Up next on the Elevated Podcast.
I'm learning that when I have put too much pressure on myself to succeed in life, that when I do these three things, everything seems to align for my good. So let me ask you this question. What's one thing that you've been putting too much pressure on yourself to achieve lately? And how is that working for you? Think about it. What's good, Elevation Nation, and welcome to the Elevated Podcast, where we provide personal development coaching to emerging leaders so that they can thrive in their inner tugging, their it. I'm your coach and host, Christian. Now let's go. It's time to really get into the flow. So let's do a minute of breath work for the purpose of alignment. So what I want you to do is close your eyes. And if you're driving, I don't want you to close your eyes. Keep your eyes wide open and listen to a part of this phrase. And what I want you to do is take it in with a deep inhalation through your nose and then hold it and release the breath out of your mouth, allowing any thought or feeling of resistance to exit your being, okay? So here we go. This is my moment. Take a breath in, hold it, and release out through your mouth. Here's another part of that phrase. I am aligned. Take a breath in, hold it, release. Come on. Therefore, everything is working together. Take a deep inhalation. Hold it. Release. For my good. Take a breath in. Hold it. Out. All the time. Take a breath in. Hold. Release it. Come on, somebody. And it is so. So it is. Come on, somebody. So how do you feel now? Look, say it out loud. Type it in the comment section. It's just powerful for us to process this, right? Because think about this. When I have put too much pressure on myself to succeed in life, like I said before, three things that I am learning to do that help everything align for my good. I'm about to give them to you right now. Here they are. Ready? I live, experience, and express. Wait for it. God. Woo! Oh, stay with me. Listen, I'm on a spiritual journey to know God beyond religion. I'm telling you, and I'm not saying that religion is bad, and in no way, shape, or form am I saying that. However, I've noticed that every form of religion that I have been introduced to, including the one that I choose to do life with, has put some form of limitation on God. And I've come to the point where I feel like I need to know God for myself. Come on, somebody. Have you ever been there? Put that in the comment section. Maybe you're there now, or maybe you've been in a previous season. But so I'm sharing with you a part of my journey. And so when I say God, the word God, what comes to mind for you? What do you think of? All right. Put that in the comment section. Say it out loud. All right. How do you define God? See, for me, as a coach, I've spent a lot of time trying to define my purpose as well as helping others to define and express their purpose as well. And I've come up with so many definitions as far as business is concerned, mission statements, vision statements, taglines. Come on, somebody, have you been there? Listen, all of this. with an attempt to define who I am, what my business is, what my purpose is, what the purpose of the business is, to lay a foundation, after this thing that we all call success. Somebody say success or put that in the comment area. Success, right? And so I put so much pressure on myself to get it right, so to speak, right? That I've missed out on the true purpose, the true passion, right? And I just want to know if you've been there and if you can identify with that and even process that. Well, then I realized that I'm made in the image and likeness, right? The spiritual image and likeness of God. And no matter how hard I try, I can't fully define God. Listen, whatever definition that you come up with for God, look, God exceeds that and beyond. Come on, somebody. Are y'all feeling me? Listen, God is. I mean, that look, the scripture talks about that God is the I am, or God is all. Some say, look, God is presence, beauty, intelligence, life. God is. You fill in the blank, whatever you need, right? And so people get in arguments over if God is male, if God is female, if you can call God it, if God is black, is he white, is he brown, is he a guy in the sky? And for the purpose of our exercise and our conversation today, I want to encourage us to process this from a slightly different perspective. And that's the fact that let's not categorize or limit God in religion or in a gender, and let's go beyond those things, if you would agree with me, and realize that God is so much more than that. So at minimum, let's agree that God is a presence, that God is love, that God is beauty, that God is intelligent, God is life. Ooh, I feel that. Come on, somebody. So to release the pressure valve that we've placed on ourselves, and to obtain true success, we have to ask ourselves a few questions, and I want to share those questions with you. So what I want you to do is take the one thing that you put too much pressure on yourself to achieve in this season, and like I said, for me, it's been the success of my business, Purpose-Filled Life Coaching, and here we are in the Elevate It podcast. That's been an area that's what comes to mind, right? So get that in your mind, right? And then let's go ahead and ask us this question. In order for us, for that first part, for us to live, right? We're going to live, experience, and express God. So in order for us to live God, right? We have to ask ourselves, here we go, how are my thoughts, words, feelings, and actions aligned with God, with love, with beauty, with presence, with intelligence, with life? Think about that, right? And if they haven't been, then what could I do to be aligned with God? And I don't want you to skip past this. As a matter of fact, we're going to pause because I want to give you some time to think about this, to journal a bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and come back to you. All right? So let's go there and process that. Listen, if you need more time, please take the time that you need. This is not for us to be in a rush. We are elevating our heart, our mind. We're identifying, we're realizing that pressure, so much pressure that we have put on ourselves, external pressure. I've realized for myself, I'm telling you what I know. I had so much anxiety, so much frustration, so much stress, so much things going on, and it wasn't from anybody else but myself. And so I had to realize that I have to live God, love. Come on, somebody. Live and experience that area of operating from that divine intelligence. Living from that area, it's a game changer. So process those things. And what is it that we need to go ahead and deal with that, to go ahead and put ourselves in that proper place? Come on, somebody, right? We need to live that. So, and the next part is not only going to live it, we're going to experience it. So the question for us to process or to consider that perspective, or a good question to ask, in order to experience God, is to ask yourself, as I'm operating in that thing, right? So for me, it's for purpose-filled life coaching. For me, it's the Elevated Podcast. For you, whatever that may be for you. Am I hearing, sensing, or feeling the presence, love, beauty, and intelligence and life of God? Come on, somebody, right? That can help release. I sent somebody relieving the pressure at that point in time, because the self pressure is not necessarily the pressure that God has placed on us, right? We want the area of success. We want these things. We want to do this. We want to do that. We are putting ourselves up against other people, places, things, businesses, and all that other things. No. But we need to operate from that area of living and experiencing God. Are we experiencing, as we're doing that thing, as that thing in mind? Are we experiencing God? Are we experiencing life, intelligence, love, beauty? Come on, somebody. And if not, again, what can I do to experience God in this, right? Or this might be a hard one. Should I consider going in a different direction? Because not everything that we're doing, some of us have been yes men and women. Some of us have been at a point in place where we're not fully operating from the presence of God within. We're operating from a split area, doing this and doing that. Look, I've been there. I'm in the area of the journey right now where this limitation and that, and we brought this a pill of fear and worry and anxiety and concern, all these things, right? And so we're now like, do I even know where I am? Some of us are even succeeding in our hearts and our minds, succeeding, right? Operating from an external area of success, but inwardly, we're not feeling that joy anymore. We're not feeling that love, the presence of God, and operating and experiencing that. So what are we doing? So we need to process these things, all right? So I want to give you some reflection time again, and give you time to think. And if you need more time, you can continue to pause this episode and get what you need. So get the time you need to even process that area of living and now the area of experiencing. How are you experiencing God? Are you experiencing that love? Are you experiencing that presence, intelligence, that life, while you're operating in that thing that you put so much pressure on? All right, here's your time. All right, now, so whatever God, whatever Spirit is revealing to you, look, write that stuff down. You know, look, some of this stuff ain't for you to put in the comment section. It's just for you and God alone, or you or your inner circle, or you and your team, or it's just for you to go ahead and process. And I'm not even asking you to try to fix anything because nothing's broken. Come on, somebody. Come on, nothing's broken. It's just area for us to be awakened, to vibe, to operate a place, to be aware of some things that we need to go ahead and align ourselves. That's why we even started with that phrase at the very beginning, that we're operating and realizing those things, and aligning that this is my moment. Come on, y'all. This is my season. This is my time. I'm coming into alignment. Come on, somebody. It's that area where everything, I'm feeling that thing, I'm sensing that. So we got to continue to move forward with that. So not only are we living and experiencing, but then we are to express God. All right. In order to express God, we have to ask ourselves this question. Are you ready for it? As I am active and operational in a thing, am I showing up as love, beauty, presence, intelligence, life? Am I showing up as that? And so we got to ask ourselves that. We got to sit with that and really be truthful, right? And for some of you, even as you're processing that, and you get your reflection time, and I'm going to give you that, you might need to ask somebody that you serve. Maybe you're in the coaching world that I am. Maybe you need you're leading in ministry. Maybe you're leading in business. Maybe you're leading in your home, or whatever the case may be. Maybe it's school. I don't know what your realm is, but as you're operating, maybe you need to ask somebody: are they experiencing God when they experience you? Woo, man. I see. I had to answer my own self. But do I feel your presence in the podcast? I absolutely do. Come on, somebody. Listen, and hopefully and prayerfully you are. So I could be asking you that, right? I'm serving you right now, right? So do you sense, do you feel love when I'm sharing? And do you sense and present? Then you got to ask yourself that in your own area of influence, where you're leading and guiding and serving for the area of kingdom advancement, as you're operating as the isness. Come on, you're from your isness, as you're operating as an expression of God in the earth realm. Are they experiencing, when they see you, when they sense you, when they think of you, when they say your name, and what presence is being released, what intelligence is being released, what life, what, oh my goodness gracious. Look, all right, I'm gonna stop. As y'all can see, I'm about to have a full fit here. I want you to take this reflection time so you can really hear and align yourself with that. And again, if you find as though you're not really been operating from that place, today is your day. You can make that change, get your reflection time, and allow God to go ahead and touch and speak to your heart. All right, go ahead. Look, if you need more time, feel free to pause the episode, because that's crucially important for you to get your moment. You're in your moment. We've declared that. We said it. You're in your moment. So continue to get all that you need and all that you feel that you need. You are amazing. I speak life to you. You're powerful. But I want to let you know that as you align yourself to live, experience, and express God, what you're doing is you're communicating to God and the universe that you can be trusted. Woo, goodness gracious. That you can be trusted, and all the other things that you're desiring will be a byproduct of you seeking the kingdom first. Let that sit on somebody. All right, but we're not through yet, because you got to go to a higher level. You can type that, you can say it, I'm going to a higher level, I'm going to elevate it. Come on, right? And I need to know what is the main takeaway, what is the main thing that God is speaking to you about within this segment. What is he speaking to you about? You can say that out loud, you can write that down for your personal journal, or you can put it in the comment section in the chat area, and I want you to go ahead and put that out there. Look, we got to keep this thing in circulation. So let's just not keep it to ourselves. We want to release these things so that other people reading comments, other people that experience you, come on, they get to live, experience, and express God. And then we keep this thing going. Imagine what our areas of influence are going to go ahead and look like. Matter of fact, let me jump on this and encourage you a little bit. I just feel a flow that is crucially important for you to take on this assignment, this time, because it's about self-awareness, because there are some things that are changing and shifting in your life. Listen, this was a game changer for me, beloved. I'm telling you something that I'm right in the midst of. So I'm not before you too many steps ahead of you. I'm going through this journey. I had just come to the conclusion and a revelation with the area well, I just put it out there, right? I've just learned that success is spiritual. And I won't even go into the area, the depths of the magnitude of how I'm learning that is true. There are some things that I have tried to do. There are some programs that I've tried to follow, and I've tried to measure the level of success and the ways and the things that I'm called and cultivated and compelled to do, because this guru and this person in this situation and this and this program and all those things, and I want them to work. And it's not that they won't work. They do work. But if I'm not doing the if I'm not aligning myself, operating from who I truly am, if I'm not living, experiencing, expressing God, like I can articulate the words, but they could be empty. I can study the message, I can study the points, I can put them out there and say them with passion. But if I'm not getting it for myself, there may not be true transformation. And I'm learning that I can't trick God, I can't trick the universe. So I might as well be real and authentic and come from that area to let us all know that wherever you are, be real and be at that place of knowing that this thing is shifting. And then you're a part of that process, that things are in circulation and lining up for your good. All things are working together. And I want you to experience that and express that. I want to encourage you to commit to these steps. And I want you to even reach out to us. Let us know what some feedback is. Matter of fact, you can even email us, PFLC, the number 4 me at gmail.com. Let us know how this is working for your good. Share this with somebody else. Don't just keep it to yourself, as you've been blessed and encouraged through this situation and through this episode, through this segment, right? That you have to posture yourself to go ahead and be a blessing to somebody else and give them that insight. Look, if you feel like this segment has awakened you to a higher level and you desire even more coaching, all right, then you need to go ahead and click that link in the description area that's going to lead you to coaching. And someone from our team will be reaching out to you so that you can get on my schedule and we can continue to go higher. Listen, I love the area of coaching because it's not about me telling you what to do. You're not nothing's missing, nothing broken, is nothing lacking. But to have somebody walk with you to help you unfold, to be the presence, the beauty, the love, the life that God has compelled for you to be as God, and operating, cooperating with God, moving forward and expressing that in the earth realm, is nothing like having the right people on your team to move forward within that. If you feel like your ministry or your business or your organization will greatly benefit from one of these types of sessions, virtually or in person, or some motivation and some encouragement, then guess what? You need to hit the link in the description as well, and then somebody from the team will reach out to you for some coaching, consulting, and or some speaking that's going to go ahead and take place. So I want you to be encouraged pertaining to that. I want you to operate. I want you to move forward. Knowledge is powerful. It's chosen. It's great. It's awesome. But if we don't move out on those things, then what are we really doing? Let's go ahead and operate from it. Let's be all that we are called and compelled to be. because this is your time. This is your season in Elevation Nation. As always, I thank you for joining us. And if you are empowered by this conversation, you must stay tuned to the next episode that is dealing with aligning your mind, your spirit, and your heart to the true you. Listen, I love you, and you are already blessed.